Hey folks, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel after a couple of days. Last 2 days I have fallen sick once again. Yeah, after a long break. Here is the sickness back. I think it's a seasonal virus or flu, something like that. I have been totally out, been sleeping only, and yeah, the weather. I mean, the body condition, everything is just so much pain and all that. I'm taking some medications, but basically I'm just out of energy. I think it's everybody's catching it right now. So those who are suffering, I pray you get better. So I have a couple of episodes for you. I will do an unusual episode that I did last year, like 1 year back. That will be a non-fragrance related, but it's still a nice, for me, nice concept because many people like that. But first thing I want to do a fragrance called Kayaan, and this is a new house for me. I never reviewed anything from them. This is a clone of a very prominent fragrance in designer game called Dior Homme Intense. Okay, so I'll keep it here just for reference point. And I have a couple of other, I mean, clones which are also Dior Homme Intense clones. So I have one more somewhere like Paris Corner or something. I don't know. Forgot the name. Delicious. I don't remember, but I have this one Dark Door Intense by Mason Alhambra. This one I regarded a lot, like really highly. And I have one Bangladeshi brand called Inspired Fragrance. They make a Dior Homme Intense in Bangladesh only, by the way. This is also very, very good and close. So we will see, compare in terms of value, what I got as a performance. And this thing, first of all, big thanks to Fragrantica Bangladesh, this page. They have sent me a nice little message for New Year, wishing you a happy New Year. May it be filled with new adventures and good fortunes. Happy New Year, gift from Fragrantica Bangladesh. So big thanks. Really, the New Year couldn't be any more special. I buy a lot of fragrance from them, and they are one of the most trusted shops, especially Middle Eastern perfumes. They are the kings in Bangladesh. So this house, first of all, let's get into this. The box is pretty nice. This house, I think, is called Al Wataniah. Okay, I think maybe it's called Eternal. Perhaps it's written maybe Eternal series or the house name. So this house, I haven't reviewed anything from them. The name, Classic, and perhaps there are a few more Kayaan, maybe others in the line, but this is called Kayaan Classic. This EDP 100 ml. At the back you'll find some more information. Okay, it's actually 2023, I think, this year's release, and there are some reviews on this already. So this is a Middle Eastern house. Okay, and this is actually getting a lot of popularity. This sells like retail, it's like around, I think, 50 something to 60 something dollars. Bottle stays in there. Really nice presentation, looks like that. And I think this one is magnet. Okay, they have a nice little magnet. I really love those. So presentation wise is very top notch. So the bottle here, it's also very high class bottle. Okay, looks very nice, polished, like this mirror kind of a thing, paint wise, reflective. The name, this area, if you touch, you can feel the pattern. The back, it looks like that. It's a plain at the back. The side looks like this. Back, there's a sticker. The cap, it's nice. It's like a metal cap with a nice grip, so you can easily pick it up. Very heavy cap, and the thing is, it's a snug fit, so you can easily pick it up, no problem. Okay, and the sprayer, it's good. Okay, let me spray some on me. Good spray. Okay, so let's spray one on the palm just for the review. Okay, so this thing I already tested. This initial impression, I will update it in maybe a few weeks time to give you a full idea. So this one, as I told you, it's inspired by Dior Homme Intense, and in the market, the word is out that this is the best dupe of Dior Homme Intense. And Dior Homme Intense, as I told you, there are some clones there, and I think I forgot the name of the Paris Corner or that the brand. There's like a cylindrical bottle. That one was decent, but Dark Door Intense was the closest thing so far and got so much hype and love as well from prominent reviewers. So we'll see if it's better than that. Price wise, I think, as I told you, this one sells for around 55 to 65 retail, but in Bangladesh, I think the price is under $30. So kudos to Fragrantica Bangladesh for good pricing. So let's get into Dior Homme Intense clone. So bottle design, presentation, I like. If the price is under $30, it's a very good value. The Dark Door Intense, I think, was like less than $30. I think maybe a little bit $2-3 cheaper. So both bottles are nice, both presentations are nice. So Dior Homme Intense, what is it? Dior Homme Intense basically is the lipsticky iris. That's what it's known for. Beast mode performance, a little bit of a floral, cacao, chocolate, gourmand smell. Some people love it. Some people find it unisex, sort of like it's a bit feminine because of that irisy makeup, lipstick smell. I find iris to be on the sexiest notes. This was my, Dior Homme Intense was one of my first fragrance in my journey to buy La Nuit de l'Homme, Chanel, this one. So I have good attachment towards Dior Homme Intense. This is my signature scent, and it's just fair to say no one has been able to make a beast mode clone of Dior Homme Intense or replicate that thing 100%. So I would tell you, like, Dior Homme Intense is pretty intense. It's pretty expensive. Now it goes for $150 in Bangladesh, right? So in comparison, how's this one? So when I sprayed it, I sprayed on a couple of other people just to test and to hear their opinion who actually use Dior Homme. They told me they really like it and the opening is really beautiful. So first thing you notice is there's no alcohol blast, which is good news. Second thing you notice is it is, let me spray. I have another bottle of Dior Homme which I am using currently. This is the 150 ml. Let me spray it on my right hand just to give you a fair comparison. Okay, Dior bottles are actually gem of bottle. Like, these bottles are everything. They're so high class. You can compare the quality. So Dior, Chanel's, they have excellent bottles. So, okay, when I smell side by side, the differences are very prominent. First thing is Dior Homme Intense is so much more intense than this Kayaan one. Okay, or as a matter of fact, any of the other clones. And that's what expected, because Dior is an intense, Dior Homme Intense is an intense fragrance. So you notice, first of all, the Dior Homme Intense, when you spray this, this one feels a little bit more darker. The iris is more pronounced, the cacao. You can actually see substance. There's so much more depth and it's well built, better built than this one. Okay, first thing you notice. Second thing you notice is like the cacao, especially that little bit of a bitter cacao or whatever the floral in there. This one is just more, how to say, like, I don't want to say love it or hate it, but could be polarizing for some people, because I noticed many people do not love Dior Homme Intense, and to my surprise, I did not expect that. But people told me Dior Homme Intense didn't work for them. So, comparison to that, this is actually safer. Okay, when I smell the Kayaan, I think this one is a softer version of Dior Homme Intense, and this does not give me the chocolatey vibe that much. It reminds me like that lipstick, but more of a Dior Homme. Okay, like Dior Homme sweetness, a little bit of powderiness, and more wearable. Okay, so this one, it's nice little opening, is more citrusy, and I think this one has a carrot seed or orange or something like it, which I find it also here, but it's more like Baccarat Rouge, kind of a sweet candy floss kind of orange. Okay, so that are the differences in the opening. So I would tell you this one is lighter compared to Dior Homme Intense, but I think both the openings are beautiful, and for a clone they did a very decent job. I did not get any alcohol blast, as I told you. The opening is very beautiful. So when I tested on like other two brothers, they told me they really like it, and they said this is gonna definitely in their to buy list. Okay, so if you ask me, Dark Door Intense, if this is better or that is better, I'll tell you one other thing. Let me spray this as well, just to be fair. This is one of my favorites as well. This is an older fragrance for me. Yeah, this is very good too. This one, it's also beautiful opening, and I think the opening of Dark Door Intense is a little bit more intense than Kayaan. Okay, so if you like the darkness of Dior Homme Intense, perhaps go for the Maison Alhambra one. But if you want a little bit less, like on your face or in your face, okay, and you want a little bit more of a sweet, easier wear, like Valentino Uomo or something like Dior Homme with a little bit more punch, this one. So overall performance on my wearing, initial wearing, I got like total longevity of 4 to 5 hours, okay, in Bangladesh condition, and that is on my skin. So on the shirt and skin combined, 5 to 6 hours you can expect, but you have to go heavy on the trigger. So performance wise, this is above average. I would say 7.5 out of 10 on me. Okay, I do not know about summer, but the winter time, it smells nice, and I think what happens with this one is that people can smell it when you wear it more than you can smell it on you. Okay, so make sure you test it on other people and see if you follow the scent trail, if you get it or not. So different people will get different performance, but I think overall they did very decent packaging, really nice smell. When I smell this, man, the dry down is pretty close to Dior Homme Intense. Like, I will tell you, like, the dry down of these two are very hard to distinguish. You know, like initial blast of this one, when Dior Homme Intense becomes more mellow on the skin, this and this dry down is very identical. So I would say they did a very good job, and this is definitely worthy of checking out. If you already have Dark Door Intense, you don't need this. Okay, if you have any of the other ones, like the Inspired Fragrance is Bangladeshi brother who making these. This is a little bit synthetic, but it's more beast mode on me. So if you have any of the Dior Homme Intense, perhaps you don't need that. But if you're looking for a little bit of a nice packaging, decent smell, if you don't have anything that is replicated, like, you know, replicating Dior Homme Intense, you can get this one if budget is an issue. For the budget, there's just hardly any complaints. Negative side, I would tell you that longevity and projection, it's not as intense that you would think, but it is good for office. If you stay within, like say Christmas, New Year time, this is a perfect fragrance to wear. First 3 hours is very, very noticeable. Then on the fourth, fifth, and the sixth hour, perhaps is just the skin scent. Overall, it's a great package. If the price stays under $30, this is very, very good. I would give this like easily 9 out of 10 for value. If you ask me if I prefer dark door intense or this, I would say either one is a good buy. None of them are bad buys. And the inspired fragrance, if you happen to be in Bangladesh, this is the cheapest, but you can find this internationally, so it's not in the discussion. But if you happen to be in Bangladesh, this is the best value Dior Homme intense clone. Okay, but dark door intense and this are for me like very close battle. 8.7, 8.5 to 9. Just that this Kayaan one is bit better built. Whatever you get from dark door intense, I mean, I would say this is a bit raw compared to this. This is more polished, just like the bottle design. That's why it gets a 9 for value. But if you want a little bit better performance, go with this one. This is better in performance, dark green intense. So there you go. That's my initial impression. I will test them side by side more, but ultimate winner always is the original. If you can afford it, get a fragrance like the Dior Homme. This is collectible. If you find the scent interesting, but if you don't like this, you'll not like any of these. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Let's do next video, which is going to be interesting. Take care.